Wondering how your business is going to grow? Today I want to share with you that all the listings you need are in your database. Do you know that 90% of buyers say that they would work with their agent again, yet only 24% list with the agent that sold them the home? Today I'm going to tell you how to re-engage your database so that you can get more listings. One of the biggest mistakes that agents make is that they have a disconnect between their past buyers, which in reality should be the people that become their future sellers. When you don't stay in contact with your buyers, what can happen is that every day that goes by and you have a little bit more separation from those folks, and every day that goes by you're like, it's a little more uncomfortable to reach back out to them. What I want to do today though is talk to you about 3 ways that you can re-engage your past buyers so that you can have all of the sellers and all the listings that you want going into the future. The first thing is this: make sure that you stop by the house every so often. I would encourage you, you're out in these neighborhoods where you're selling these houses or you're listing a different house. It's very easy just to stop by and say, hey, I was in the neighborhood. Just knock on the door. Hey, I was in the neighborhood. It's been a little while since I checked on you guys. How you guys doing? Once you do that just from a relational standpoint, if there's the opportunity to help them, they're going to mention that, or they're going to say, oh, my friend is wanting to move into the neighborhood. Did you just get something listed? Just having that conversation is a way to re-engage. Once you've re-engaged with them also, now you've got a time where you can begin to just consistently stay in touch with them. That first engagement is critically important. Now let's say you pull up to the house and they're not there. This is a great time to just take out your phone, put the house in the background and say, hey, I was in the neighborhood, just stopped by to see if I could check in on you guys. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if I can help in any way. Hope you guys are doing well. Once you do that, where you just kind of engage with those folks, now you're at a place where you've had a re-engagement where the conversation can begin to happen in a natural way. The second way is I used to do this with all of my buyers, as at the time of closing, I would give them a certificate of appreciation. And basically what this is, sounds kind of cheesy, but basically what it is it is a certificate of appreciation that says, should you decide to sell this home at any time in the near future or in the future, I'll be glad to credit you a $500 credit on the settlement statement towards your closing costs. Now, what this does is it gives you the ability to kind of tie them in there. It doesn't matter what the number is too. So if your average sales price is higher, you may make it $1,000. You would be willing to pay a referral fee to someone else. This is a way to basically reward your people for doing extra business with you. It keeps you tied to them. I had people that would show up 2 and 3 years later and say, hey, I still got my certificate. Great. Glad you got it. Let's get this thing going. Another thing that it can do is if you haven't talked to them in a while, this is a great thing to email out to people and say, hey, it's been a little while since I've talked to you. By the way, here's a certificate that should you decide to buy another property or sell this property, that here's a bonus way that you can get a credit back to your closing costs on the settlement statement from me for using me again. One thing I would caveat on this that I would do, I would make sure that you put at the bottom of this also, this is transferable to friends or family of whatever their name is. That way it encourages referrals, it gets your name out there even more, and it's a way that you can re-engage with your clients that maybe you haven't talked to in a little while that has value, that you're giving them something that they're going to be glad to get from you. The third thing is this: hey, just make sure there's these certain clients that you just click with, that you're like, this was somebody that I would be friends with, and maybe you just haven't talked to them in a while. I would encourage you to make a few of these every couple weeks where you would set these appointments. And what I called them is catch-up lunches or catch-up breakfasts or catch-up, and not like the condiment catch-up. This is where you could catch up on their lives. So how this goes is I would just call them and say, hey, it's been a year since you guys bought the house, or 2 years since you guys bought the house. I was just thinking about you guys. I'd love to just catch up and see how your family's doing. Could you meet for coffee sometime this week? Or could I take you to lunch? Whatever it is, just have that opportunity to catch up, re-engage that relationship. And when you re-engage that relationship, the opportunity for additional business is just going to flow like a river. So this gives you an opportunity to re-engage those people. Listen, don't be afraid to reach back out to people that, even if it's been 4, 5, 6 years, they are probably at a place, especially if it's been 3, 4, 5 years, where they're thinking about doing something different. Use these strategies, and I know you're going to have all the listings you need. Hey guys, while I'm speaking about engaging with people, I want to make sure that you understand that I'm here if you're thinking about making a change in your brokerage business. There's a reason why you're receiving these videos. The reason is that if you're at a place where you're considering making a change, I'd love to share with you the things that we do at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Beach Properties of Florida, for our agents to build the business of their dreams. Again, I hope your business is doing great, but if you're at a place where you think there might be more, I'd love to talk to you.